say that. There's kids around. So cute. Oh, you put your hair in it. And they all flew off after we took a picture. You filming again?
Yep.
At the zoo?
At the zoo.
He looks really bored.
You've offended him.
Oh, that was really good.
I wish you had a teddy like that. I had a pet like that.
He's a bit big.
Still touching it. Oh, he's let go.
Oh. You can see it.
You dirty man. Go see my impression of giraffe.
Go then.
Oh. He said he is ugly. He just told
Did you just fall over? No, that's a giraffe. And that's Jen. Okay.
That's how they run. True story. Oh, look, the rhinos run. And the ostriches. It's like watching Bedknobs and Broomsticks when they're the football match. Stinks of poo though.
Steady.
Oh, stop filming. Oh, there's them vultures up there. Chase. What do you want to do? I don't know. I now want to watch Jungle Book now.
What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
It's a giraffe, really.
No, you don't.
Chase, I can't see you. Get in there. No.
It's enough now. I can just cut this out, you know.
You're a knob. Stolen your iPhone.
No!
Oh look, birdies. I don't know what birds they are. Oh, they're only crows. There you go. I like the animal whisper. Oh, you filming again? How one of you?
Down there, look, chicken.
Cool.
Scratching his belly on the lug.
Always having a poo. Don't film me that, it's horrid. Just got him just sat on them.
Turn it all out, isn't he? Oh, look, they're really clean.
It's sunbathing! It's sunbathing! Oh,
Look, I've got their gorgeous. Can you see Alistair? No. Up there, sweet, up there that way. Look, here we are, look. Oh. Gorgeous.
I want a nigger!
Come in here, Pep.
Oh my god.
Every time.
Stop filming. Oh, he's swimming. Oh, he's lost his ball in the water now. Oh, I like that one. Look at that one go. Ow.
Oh no, it's touching himself again.
Beautiful day here at Calais, Patagonia. My name is Kate. I brought a beautiful young lady out to meet you. This is the wonderful Winnipeg. Now, Winnipeg's come out to teach us one or two things about this particular type of animal. But what I would like to do, just by a show of hands, how many people here think this young lady is a seal? Hands in the air if you think she's a seal. Just a few people. Right, this time, pop your hands up for me if you think she's a sea lion.
She's a sea lion.
There we go. So Winnie's agreeing with you as well. She is, in fact, a sea lion, but it's easy to get confused because seals and sea lions are very closely related. They both belong to a group of animals known as pinnipeds, which is a Latin word meaning fin or flipper-footed. But there are, however, a few key differences, a few features that will tell you whether you're looking at a seal or sea lion. So this is where Winnie's going to help us out. First of those things is earlobes. Now, Winnipeg has two small earlobes, one firmly attached to either side of her head. They're brown in colour, about the size of your thumbnail, and they stick out just like Wayne Rooney's ears. And this is how we know that we're looking at a sea lion. The difference here is a seal's ears are completely internal. So when looking at a seal, you just see a small hole on either side of their head. Now the second difference is the size of those front flippers. Now everyone hold your hands up for me. Have a look at the size of your hand, because what you are looking at is roughly the same size as a seal's front flipper. Now if we compare that to Winnipeg's front flippers, you can see hers are around 5 to 6 times bigger. And this difference in size comes down to what those front flippers are used for. Now Winnipeg, as she moves through the water, she uses those front flippers to do lots of hard work, and this is why she needs that large surface area. Now a seal moves slightly differently. They use the lower half of their body and the hind flippers for the hard work, and those front flippers are solely for steering, so they don't need to do as much, they don't need to put as much effort in, and this is why they're greatly reduced in size. She is incredibly agile. She walks on all fours just like a cat or a dog, and she doesn't really have any problem keeping up with the speed of your average human being. Compare that to a seal, which moves a lot like a giant slug or caterpillar, and Winnipeg's a bit of a clown. She's going to do her very best seal impression for us now, and you can see they actually shuffle along on their bellies, looking, as I say, a bit more like a giant slug or caterpillar, thrusting the front of their body forward and then dragging their bottom along behind them. So in comparison, seals are fairly slow and clumsy. But of course, where does the name sea lion come from? Well, Winnipeg is a ferocious predator, though you wouldn't think so to look at her. She does like to eat fish. We've got her tasty toy fish there for her today. But she also likes to eat other things such as squid, octopus, penguins, pelicans, even other marine mammals that we've already spoken about, such as the very closely related seal pups. But of course, there's one or two other reasons why she's called a sea lion. Not only is she the lion of the sea, but I'm sure you'll all understand the point I'm making here. She also roars a lot like a lion, so this is another reason why she's called a sea lion. And in some species, the males will have a mane of fur around their neck, and once again, that mane can look a little bit like a lion's mane. So here at Colchester Zoo, because these animals are such ferocious predators, it's very important that we train them. So what I have here is a target stick. Now, Winnipeg is a lot like a cat or a dog. If you introduce something new to her, she likes to investigate it with her nose. So when we start to train the sea lions, we target train them, and the part of the body that we use for target training in Winnipeg's case is her nose. We introduce something new, she walks straight over to it, gives it a sniff, and we tell her she's a good girl and give her a tasty bit of fish. Winnipeg soon starts to realise that if she touches her nose to the white stick, she's going to get fish for doing so. We can then move this training on and ask Winnipeg to actually follow the white stick around. So now we can move Winnipeg from A to B nice and safely with her cooperation. Now, of course, we don't always want to be carrying a target stick around with us. These things do get a bit in the way. So once Winnipeg's learnt the idea of the target stick, we can actually move it on to our own hand. Exactly the same idea. Winnipeg will follow the open palm because she knows that once she's done the behaviour correctly, she will get some tasty fish. And of course from here, we can move on to different parts of the body. We can ask her to lift up her flippers. This allows us to check them on a daily basis, make sure she doesn't have any cuts or grazes. And we can even, believe it or not, have a good old look inside Winnipeg's mouth. It's very important that we do this on a daily basis to make sure that she doesn't have any bits of fish bones, wobbly teeth, or mouth sores like ulcers. Now, of course, we not only need to make sure we keep her healthy, we need to make sure we keep her physically fit as well. So we do this by playing games like fetch. I'm sure many of you have got dogs at home. You take your dog to the park, throw a tennis ball. Exactly the same idea, replace the dog with a sea lion and the park with some water. And Winnipeg will go in and out of the water, retrieving her toys because she knows that every time she brings this toy back to me successfully, I will once again feed her. So this is again positive reinforcement. We're rewarding good behaviour, and we simply ignore any of the sea lion's bad behaviours. So we can keep her cup behind her and take a big bite out of her. She will quite literally throw herself out of the water and into the air, as you're seeing there. And this has two benefits. She disappears from that predator's sight, but as she comes crashing back down, what I'm sure you've already seen, there's a nice big, when you're quite finished playing with your food, Winnie, there's a nice big splash, lots of bubbles, lots of confusion. Hopefully that shark or killer whale will be confused for a moment or two, lose track of her, and of course she can escape.